Good afternoon, people. Right, it's Sunday afternoon, and I've had a lovely relaxing day. Not much tweeting or twittering, not much video making, but I'm always between other things studying charts. I do it instead of watching telly or reading books most of the time, although I do like to relax as well, but studying charts is a relaxing thing for me. It's the end of it's the start of the new week. And last week, I'll go back to this CADJPY in a moment, but last week, for an example, I posted this chart. I said we've got a massive, I can't remember the exact words, I think it was massive actually, massive weekly candle, one to watch, and it actually moved back something in the region of 370 odd pips. I think it was 378 the move from top to bottom. So, you know, I always say watch these huge charts, candles. At the weekend, you could just trade using weekend analysis, one trade, or in this instance, trading short every pullback to the tune of 378 pips. So, in that sort of framework, I am looking now for a potential plan. You only have to spend an hour on the charts at the weekend, and you've potentially found a way to make some money for the following week. Now, CADJPY piqued my interest purely because that had done the same. If you'd looked at CADJPY or AJ, you could clearly see there was a mass of pips to be made. 370 there as well, roughly. All you have to do is wait for the reversals and trade the reversals. You know, you get a big candle, there's a big candle right at resistance there, it crashes. Even if you'd considered that to be a big candle and looking for reversal long, you would have made potentially 70 or 80 pips. In fact, I think we traded something like that way back when. And you know, when you break a level of support with a big thing like this, you tend to come back to test it. So if you've drawn the low somewhere around here or here, you can see what happened when the price opened up, and then it crashed, which was what this was telling you. This is a trend reversal: high, low, lower, high, lower, low, pullback, continuation. So remember, this is a weekly chart, so there's 5 daily bars potentially in that pullback. Anyway, now this is going to be a slightly in-depth, we'll clear down all the lines, analysis, because, and it's advanced, I would call it advanced. So, you know, you're looking at this weekly chart wondering, well, will it go up, will it go down, what's it done? This is what I do. Where is it tested? So the first way to analyze a weekly or any chart, start on the highest you can, and to all intents and purposes this looks like it is a sort of inverse hammer. I think they call it a shooting star, whatever. Depending on where it is, if it was up there it would be bearish, as you can see what happened when you had one here. And you can see there's another sort of hammer style candle there at some sort of massive support, and what happens, price for the following month, the price is just continually going up. So this doesn't really tell me an awful lot. It tells me we've potentially broken that high there, bullishness, so bullish candle there. There's no reason to be considering shorting this here at all, but there isn't really any reason to consider going long either. So we could just put a resistance on there to see what stopped price going up, and I suppose we could put a support on the bottom to see what why the price stopped going down. Now we can clearly see a flip zone here where the price has pushed down, pushed up with the great big monthly wicks on there. Massive one here, and it's pulled straight back up to there, pushed it all the way down, pulled up, and then blasted up. So this level has got some sort of massive support going on. There's massive amount of supply here. It has clearly broken, but and closed, but they've still managed to push it back up for the following month, and then finally push it down again, and yet again the bulls have won and finally closed above that level again. So looks like a massively strong bullish area here to me, here to me, and they've pushed it up again. Selling's come in, but as I truly believe, it's not about punters on here. This is just about manipulation, especially on Forex. So there's that push up to that old monthly high, which was over here somewhere. Push down. What's it going to do next? Well, that suggests to me that this is potentially just a pullback. Now, disclaimer, never trade what I'm looking at or talking about. Always trade your own analysis. So what do we know from this here? Well, we can clearly see this has bounced. And why has it bounced? Well, we've got resistance, 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 all these resistance levels here. So let's pick the highest one, and we can see it's repelled price. We've also got this this reversal here, actually. High, low, lower, high, lower, low. That is a lower low. This is the highest high. So we have actually confirmed up with the break and close through there, which is that one there. Now, when we get a break of a significant level of resistance, the high of that green candle, we often get a retest of a significant level of resistance to see whether it holds as support. So this shouldn't have really been a massive surprise, this move back. This is a weekly candle now, remember. So I bet, I haven't looked at this, but I bet this level here caused some sort of a bounce, because we've got massive support. I know you're probably saying, oh, it's easy in hindsight. The price came back and bounced just off this area, and then we can clearly see pushed up, and the sellers pushed it back down to that area. And I expect, probably be proved wrong now I look at this, that this has been a bounce area for the daily candles. There it is there, and as you can see clearly now, it's used it. Now, I didn't know that, I promise you, I honestly didn't know that. I know I had a load of lines on my charts, but I didn't actually observe this situation because I was more interested in the reversals at this point, working out exactly what this price was doing regarding my reversals. Having said that, you know, I mean, we can clearly see here how important that level was, and in fact there as well, came back to test it, and tested it with this reversal to the downside, bounced off of it and reversed down. So again, this is how I taught myself how to study. You know, I'd spend hours and hours and hours and hours on hundreds and possibly thousands of different charts drawing these levels in. But let's go back to the weekly and see what else. We can dump that because I hadn't drawn that in before. Doesn't mean anything really in terms of the analysing what's going on here. So massive momentum, broken the 20 level, which is always a good sign if you want to go long, and then it's just crashed for whatever reason. What can we do? We can analyse the reversals now, and this would be how you would have traded that short move against that massive weekly candle up, just by drawing your levels on here. And you would have whilst you would have needed all these levels in from the higher time frame, remember you can't see any of these red candles. So first level that would have got potentially caused a massive problem was the daily reversal, and also that would have given us a massive clue as to where this was going, was this low, high, high, low, high, 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 low, and inside bar, as it were, hasn't made, so we just forget the song on that one. Continue singing the song, high, lower, low, lower, high, low, and close. And remember, I talk about the swings when you're counting the swings. Swing 1 is down to the bottom there, swing 2 is back to the top, swing 3 is back to the bottom, swing 4 would be there, but then we discount 3 and 4 because swing 3 is always the one that breaks the the support level and reverses. That's swing 3. Now that is swing 4, that little pullback there, and we can clearly see where that's potentially pulled back to, which was that support broken there, and there you go. Old support has been tested as new resistance. This is a daily chart, so you can trade that, and that's what we do. You know, analyze your own charts. You can draw these lines. This is why I love these lines, and this script that snaps to, I know on some trading platforms you've got that facility. If you haven't got, well, you won't have it on MT4. You're unlikely to be able to find it by searching, so you need to get someone to make it for you. I'm not prepared to share mine. I know one of the guys on Twitter follower, Mike, he had it made for him. I suggested a website called Fiverr, I think it is, Fiverr. You can commission someone to do it, or Mike might tell you who did it, or Mike might sell it to you. So I'm going to make this part 1 of this CADJPY musings chart video, and knock out another one, because this may well not save if I make it too large. And I am enjoying this analysis because it will be quite interesting, I think, when we get to the end of it.